Welcome back to the Chasing Happiness podcast, an honest podcast about finding happiness, what it really means, and the process of getting there. So this week, I'm actually giving you guys a bit of an update. The company that I use to host the podcast has had some technical issues. They just sent out an email today to say that those issues have been fixed. So we should be back on track for regular episodes every Monday going forward. But today's is just a little bit of an update because I know a few of you have reached out to me because you've seen my social media posts. You have seen that I'm taking a bit of a break over the summer from the business, and you've wondered what's going on with the podcast. And I know a few weeks ago I told you the podcast would still happen. The podcast is definitely still happening. I am not walking away from the podcast. I have a bunch of episodes taped for over the summer and a few tapings happening over the summer. So you will definitely continue to have new episodes for the rest of this year. Closer to Christmas, we will probably do a few of the best episodes throughout the course of the year. And I would love for you all to submit which episodes you think have been the best over the year. Feel free to email me at info@chasinghappiness.ca. That's info@chasinghappiness.ca. And let me know what your favorite episodes have been, or if there are guests that you've listened to this year that you would love to have on and have deeper conversations with or more conversations with, let me know and I can get in touch with those guests and we can absolutely try to get them back and have even better conversations. But mostly the reason that I came on today was not just to give you guys an update, but to sort of let you know, if you have been following on social media, you know a lot of change is going on in my world right now. And because a lot of change is going on in my world right now, there is a lot of anxiety, there is a lot of stress. And I know a lot of you are feeling that too. It's that time of year, people are starting to enjoy summer vacation, but there's still a little bit of fear around COVID and what's going on there. Kids are getting ready to go back to school. So there's just a lot of stress going on in the world. And I wanted to remind everyone, it is okay if you are stressed. It is okay if you have a lot of anxiety right now. You are not the only one. You are not going through it alone. There are lots of people out here who are experiencing the same thing. And while I will always be someone who says you should focus on self-care and you should take time to breathe and do all of those things, we also do need to remember that it can be okay to be stressed out. It can be okay as long as we're not living in that feeling for an extended period of time. Stress is one of those survival skills. Anxiety is one of those survival skills that we have. We, however, live in a world where for the most part, we are safe most of the time. And so we don't want to consistently be living with those high levels of cortisol. And so finding things that help you to relax and de-stress a little bit, even if it is just at the end of your day, they are so vitally important. And there's a lot of stuff right now because it's summer, because the weather is great, that you can get out and you can do, even if it is just sitting in your backyard and enjoying a cup of coffee for a few minutes. Whatever works for you. Right now, I think it's vitally important for all of us to just take a deep breath and do what's best for you. People are getting back to whatever the new normal is, and I know I'm hearing a lot from my clients and from people in my life about how stressed out they feel about not being certain about what they should be doing, whether they should wear a mask or not wear a mask, even though they're told they don't have to. You have to do what's best for you in this current moment. You have to do the thing that makes you feel the safest and most secure and take the risks you're willing to take at this moment. Because honestly, we've been living a really stressful couple of years and we all deserve a deep breath and a bit of a break. So right now, enjoy your summer as best you possibly can, whatever that means for you. And just remember, if you are stressed out, if you do have a lot of anxiety, reach out to someone. You are not going through this alone. There are a lot of people who are feeling exactly the same way, and it's okay if you do. We are all trying to navigate the world, and we're all doing it in a really chaotic place, and there's a lot of uncertainty around us, and that's all okay. So I'm sending you all a giant hug this week. I hope wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you do get to enjoy your summer at least a little bit. I love you guys. I appreciate that you keep coming back week after week. There are some episodes that are coming up in the next few weeks that I cannot wait to share with you guys. The conversations I've been having are just so good. And of course, with all the change that's going on in my life, I'm sure there'll be a couple more episodes that are like this that give you guys a bit of an update as to where I am and what's going on here. But In the last 10 days, I have literally changed my whole life and the locations where I'm living and lots of other things that are going on in my life. So if you are someone who is afraid of change, but you want to change, let me tell you, based on personal experience, change is possible and it's amazing and magical, and it's totally something you can handle, I promise. I love you guys. Thank you for coming back week after week. I am sending you all a giant hug, and we will chat with you next week. Bye for now.